Exciting day for Rider Athletics and Rider Women's Basketball. My name is Greg Ott. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Sports Communications here at Rider University. In a few moments, we'll hear from Athletic Director Don Harnum and then Coach Hartzell. We'll open it up for questions. We ask that you wait for the microphone that'll be circulating before you ask a question, just so everyone can hear that. Any media members in attendance, if you have any requests for one-on-one interviews with Coach Hartzell, please find me or Norm Yacko. But at this time, I'd like to introduce Athletic Director Don Harnum.
Thank you, Greg. Wow, what a great turnout. Thank you for coming. This is an exciting day, and I'm looking at the weather as an omen. It might be dark, rainy, and cloudy right now, but there are brighter days ahead. All right? I told you that when we started this process. I do want to acknowledge Dr. DeLomo attending today and participating in the search process. He's a great supporter of Rider Athletics, and Greg, again, thank you for everything you've done. I want to acknowledge the 18 years of Lynn Milligan. There were some really, really good moments. Lynn was a double alum, both undergraduate and a master's degree. She did leave as the all-time wins leader. We did go to the WNIT in 2017 and 2019, and in 2020 set the school record for wins at 26-4. And Lynn was a really, really good person to work with. Unfortunately, the program fell on some pretty dark times the last 5 years, which brings us to why we're here today. I'm very pleased to introduce Jackie Hartzell to you. Jackie's been a collegiate head coach for 11 years. During those 11 years, 5 regular season championships, 5 NCAA tournament wins, 1 NCAA Sweet 16, a record of 239 wins and 83 losses, 5-time Conference Coach of the Year, NCAA East Regional Coach of the Year, the 2018 Hero Sports National Division II Coach of the Year. The way I look at it, this is not an opportunity that was given. This is an opportunity that you earned. And I'm very excited to introduce Jackie Hartzell to you for the new era of Rider Women's Basketball. Please give her a nice welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. I would first like to thank President Dr. DeLomo, Athletic Director Don Harnum, and Senior Associate Athletic Director Karen Torsha for believing in me and trusting me to lead the Rider Women's Basketball program. I'm so incredibly honored and so humbled to be standing here today. There are so many times over this past week when I've asked myself how I got so lucky to be in this position. And then I am reminded of how many amazing people I have in my life. We would be here for hours if I thanked every person who has helped me get to where I am today, but I do want to mention some by name. I want to start off by thanking my parents, Rich and Pat, for all their love and support over the years. I also want to thank my sister, Kim, who has been there every step of the way, and my 7-year-old nephew, Jack, and 5-year-old niece, Molly, who just became the Bronx #1 fans. And to the rest of my family and friends, especially the ones who are here today, I can't thank you enough for always showing up for me. I became a collegiate head coach at the University of the Sciences in 2013 when the late Paul Clemitis took a chance on me as a high school coach with no college coaching experience. I was at U Sciences for 9 incredible years. I am so grateful for my time there and everyone who played a part in our success, including Athletic Director Mark Casario, Assistant Athletic Directors Cindy Rabideau and Zach Dorham, and men's basketball coaches Dave Pauly and Mike Connors, who have all had such a positive impact on my coaching career. I want to thank all of my players from U Sciences for working so hard to put our program on the national stage and for teaching me more than I could have ever taught you. And as Coach Pauly would always say, it's not 4 years, it's 40. When U Sciences merged with St. Joe's in 2022 and athletics at U Sciences were dissolved, I wasn't sure if I would ever coach again. Brian Granata, Director of Athletics at Arcadia University, brought me to Glenside and gave me a chance to rejuvenate a struggling program. I can't thank him enough for that. I've really enjoyed the last 3 years at Arcadia, and I'm very proud of what our program has been able to accomplish. I want to thank all of the administration, support staff, and all of the coaches in the athletic department for making the last 3 years such a great experience and a place I really enjoyed working. I especially want to thank my coaching staff, Jim Ritchie, Riley Durr, Shannon May, and Cassie Spratt, for all of their dedication to our program over the past couple of years. And the Arcadia players who bought in from day one and have worked so hard to turn the program around. I am so grateful for you, and I look forward to watching your continued success on and off the court. As most head coaches will tell you, you're only as good as your assistant coaches, and I have been blessed with some pretty great ones over the years. Thank you to all of my former assistant coaches for all of your dedication and sacrifice to make our teams the best that they could be. I want to especially thank Jim Ritchie, who has been my assistant coach for 10 of the 12 years that I've coached at the collegiate level. I have learned so much from him over the years, and I would not be where I am today without him. I also want to thank all of my coaching friends. The women's basketball community is incredible and has allowed me to build so many great relationships over the years. I am not naming any of my coaching friends because there are a lot of them, and I'm afraid I'll miss people and I'll get texts about it after this. But I do want to thank some of the local coaches who have had a positive impact on my coaching career, including Denise Dillon, Amy Mallon, Mike McLaughlin, and Tom Shirley. And to my high school coach, Sue Siebold, and my college coach, Laura Hogan, who have both had such a major influence on my desire to become a coach. Thank you for your friendship, guidance, and support over the years. I attribute so much of my success over the years to being surrounded by great people, and I can already tell you that I'm going to be surrounded by great people here at Rider. I want to thank the administration, support staff, and all of the other coaches in the athletic department, and everyone else who I've met on campus for making me feel so welcome. And last, but certainly not least, I want to thank the Rider players for making me feel so welcome and so sure that this is where I'm meant to be. I can't wait to take this journey with you. We are going to work extremely hard together to build something special here. I hope to bring an exciting style of basketball to Rider. Our offensive system will be one that our players enjoy playing in and one that opponents do not enjoy having to defend. We are going to share the ball and pass up good shots for great shots. We are going to grind on defense and give maximum effort on every possession on both ends of the floor. I can't promise you that we will win every game, but I can promise you that we will play hard, compete, and do our best every day to make our university, our alums, and our community proud. I knew from the moment I stepped on campus that Rider was the place I wanted to be. Again, thank you to Dr. Delomo, Don, and Karen for giving me this incredible opportunity. I am so excited to be your next women's basketball coach. Thank you. At the Division I level, everybody knows about the transfer portal, and not just now. It's not just about recruiting players, but it's about maintaining players. But I don't think that I will go about recruiting players any differently. You're still looking for the right type of player and person, and you're looking for players who are going to buy in and who you hope are going to be loyal, have a good experience, and want to be here for 4 years.
How do you go about setting a culture when you come into a new
Good question. I think it starts with building relationships with the players, which we've already started to try to do over this past week. Meeting with the team as a group and meeting with players individually, getting to know them, having them get to know you. And we haven't gotten on the court yet, but we will very soon. And it just starts with working hard every single day and trying to get better. And like I said, doing it together and doing it little by little. It doesn't come all at once, but it's the little things, it's the little habits that you're going to work on day in and day out, on and off the court.
You just mentioned the transfer portal.
Sure. I mean, the step is establishing our I'm really excited to have a summer session, which I know our players seem to really, really enjoy. So I think that's when we'll really start the building with the players who are here. But in terms of recruiting, that's something we've kind of already started to do and looking at the types of players that we're trying to bring in here at Ryder.
His first absence to improve this upcoming season.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're coming with a different system, and it's just really getting the players acclimated to that system. And like I said, just working hard every day. It starts with our non-conference schedule. We have some pretty tough opponents, and hoping that we are able to compete in those games, and some of those opponents prepare us for the challenge of conference play. But definitely one day at a time, one game at a time, and hopefully we can get to the back to the MAC tournament. We are still in the process of forming our coaching staff. We have a pretty good idea, but we're looking to solidify that probably over the next week. Okay. I am going to be bringing Jim Ritchie with me from Arcadia and from U Sciences, so that is one that we have in place, but we're working on the other two. So.
Press conference. Again, any media who would like to speak with the coach on a one-on-one basis, please find myself or Norm, and we'll do that right now or whenever you'd like to. Thank you, everybody.
We're going to take some photos in front of the backdrop.
Okay.